Jan, you say it's not breaking news, but obviously the story comes out now. It's planted now. My first reading, when it comes like this, given what you said before about how teams like Bayern, they're not going to go and move somebody with the transfer window closing in a couple weeks. My first thing is new contract, or at least explore the possibility of a new contract. He's got 2 years left. You said he will have broken all of Gerd Muller's records by next summer. I don't think he's going to score 84 Bundesliga goals this year, as good as he is, but he might do. But what do you think the strategy is from Lewandowski's camp? Why do this now? Is it another year at Bayern maybe, or is it really a change of scenery?
No, I think that what I tried to do is the kind of, I call it always, I always use that Sir Alex Ferguson, Cristiano Ronaldo philosophy, that you say before he went to Real Madrid, you say, play another year for us, and the next summer we saw things out, and he did well. So I can see that they somehow try to find an understanding, that because he won't go this summer, there's no chance that Bayern Munich will let him go now. So that there will somehow be an understanding that he can leave the next summer. The problem for Bayern, of course, is that they're not sure that they will have a replacement for him. I mean, candidate number one is normal because Bayern like to do that. They try to get to the best players in Germany. I think that is the most realistic way for them to get the best players, because they don't have the money to get the superstars who are going around Europe now at the moment. So this is the challenge for Bayern Munich, because if they make that arrangement with Robert Lewandowski, I don't think even Team Haaland knows where he's playing next summer. Because you don't know the market, don't know the coaches, you don't know the money. So it's quite interesting challenge to follow this.
I think it'd be interesting because, okay, let's say that Lewandowski doesn't want a new contract. That this is all happening now because he wants to move next summer, like Jan said, and I think that's right. So next summer, potentially, I guess Manchester City will have already Harry Kane. So he can't go. Lewandowski won't be able to go to City
unless they don't get Harry Kane.
Yeah, but okay, but they will get someone else. I don't think City would be an option for Lewandowski in a year time, and especially at 34.
Could I just jump in there? If they get somebody else who's not Harry Kane, most likely it's not going to be an A-list person unless they go and get Mbappe. I mean, later on, a preview in the quick hits, we'll be talking about Vlahovic perhaps as a plan B, just to have a guy in, right? So I think the opening for a top drawer guy could still be there if they don't get Kane at Manchester City.
True. Sorry. Okay. I rephrase. My point was, boys, is that Lewandowski would have to wait a year if he wants to leave Bayern, and then they would open the door next summer. Next summer, you'll have Mbappe on a free, Erling Haaland for 75 million euros available, who are, one is 12 years younger, and the other 11 years younger, and one 12 years younger. So if you're Robert Lewandowski, you're thinking, hang on, what are my prospects in a year time on the transfer window really at 34? Even if Jan is right, he's got a body, he can go like Cristiano up to 40 probably. But of all summers, next summer is not the one, even if you're Robert Lewandowski, to want to be out on the market and say, hey, come for me, I'm here, I want to move, I'm available. I only have 1 year left on this contract.
That's a really good point. Equally, Jan, as something we've talked about, is the sheer number of players who we think are going to be on the move next summer. You can also make the point, as yes, you mentioned Mbappe and Haaland, but it's entirely possible. Next summer, Cavani's contract is up at United, so that could come into play as well. Obviously, Chelsea are where they are. At Liverpool, they'll all be a year older. Kane will have vacated Spurs or not, and then City could be in play. Well. Barcelona, I don't know where the great Koeman experiment is going. I don't believe they may well not have Depay or centre forward next summer. You mentioned Mbappe. He'll either be in Madrid, presumably, or Paris Saint-Germain, presumably. So then there could be a Paris Saint-Germain opening. So in reality, in this game of musical chairs, even if you put Lewandowski on a par with Mbappe and Haaland, or maybe as a third option simply because the other two are younger, Jan, there's more chairs than there are top 5 strikers in the world, right?
Yes, but I
and Cristiano's out of contract. Sorry, we have to mention that too. Yeah. Cristiano will be out of contract. Otherwise, he'll get offended and put an Instagram post against Jan. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe Salah wants to be on the move, and But what's quite interesting is that we don't know. 1 year is a very, very long time in football, and maybe next summer Lukaku could have scored 3 goals for Chelsea. He won't do that. He will probably score 25. But I'm just saying things can change also in the market. But boys, what I just like to add to all this, because there is another element into it. I think that Robert Lewandowski is very annoyed about the discussion about Erling Haaland coming to, linked to Bayern Munich. This is a guy who's probably the best striker we've seen of its generation. And I take Ronaldo and Messi not like the number 9s, if you understand how I calculate that. Robert Lewandowski is one of the best striker in the history for me. I mean, he's fantastic number 9. And then still he got to read about these linking him, that he will Haaland should come in and replace him and so on and so on. And he doesn't like that. He scored 41 goals for Bayern Munich. So I think that this is also a move from his agent and himself to be on the offensive here, saying that we want to leave. I want a new challenge. I mean, he loves it to play in Bayern. You can see that. You can see that he loves to play with players that kind of set him up all the time, great crosses and so on and so on. So it's quite interesting to follow this, management kind of, because this is a management thing for Bayern now, how they manage this season. It's going to be unbelievably interesting for those of us who loves that, and we all three do.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.